kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and through. It's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Castillo throwing to start the drive, and he fires one incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Now Castillo on 1st and 10. And this is caught by Watkins for a Miami touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now Murray off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you got to do it in your own backfield. I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Castillo. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looking to throw. Castillo. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down. Here we go.
Castillo now, throwing on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Miami set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw is Castillo. To throw on 2nd down. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Castillo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Thomas, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now another one thrown incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's Castillo looking to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Castillo
finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Castillo to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Castillo. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Now Castillo on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Castillo now. Off play action. And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
The passing game's been working very well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run here with Akers. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Cam Akers taking it in from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. To throw is Castillo on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Castillo. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll look to run with Akers. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Cam Akers ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They shakes him off. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Buying time, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. It's Hill, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They're going to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So we've come to halftime after a looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's Castillo from the gun on 3rd down.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Castillo.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Castillo throwing on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Castillo. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Murray's pass complete to Mikey Brown. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on second down. Murray. That's complete to McBride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Murray now. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Play fake. Murray. That is incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. Got a man, it's McBride, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cards get a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to 24. Now in the Bucks has a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
brings up second.
Now an option play on second down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Ready.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to be. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Connor going to try and run it, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kane. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Kane. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pickett now from the gun here. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Pickett back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Pickett will try to throw for this. Being chased. Oh, no, he lost the football. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This taken in at the goal line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Kane. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. First and 10, here's Pickett. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their heart that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Pickett now on first down. He'll get this to Connor underneath.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Here's the option going left on second down, and he'll go down at the 28. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Salvon Ahmed taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The football going back over to Arizona now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Pickett. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pickett right back to the air again.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One final shot for Pickett.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown penalty will the score get closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them